Buonasera a tutti e benvenuti a PSGL F4 di Monza. La mia gara preferita sul calendar. Stasera abbiamo 17 auto pronte per competere qui in Italia. And that's as special as we're going to get tonight for our Italian intro. Hello, Langfeld. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello, Jack. Nice win by your boys today. I saw the score when I woke up. So it looks like we have 17 tonight. I'm like the worst Italian speaking Italian because I don't do an accent. Thanks, Pixie. I've never been able to roll my R's, so I can never speak. Hey, Lickle, one more week till the Royal Rumble for you. 17 drivers at Monza. Last time we were at Monza, Lickle was my co-commentator, and we probably had maybe the second most hilarious moment in PSGL history. Besides, obviously, Australia. With F1, or not F1. I believe it was F3 at the time. Yeah, you got a little way to go, but you guys are looking good to win the league. Yeah, I know, Pythons. You just finished doing over 700. It's only 27, though, and they go by fast because it's Monza. Alright. Looks like a dry start. Lap 1 of 3. There we go. So, Monza, pretty simple, soft to medium strategy. Hards could go a long way if there's an early incident. Can win it in March. Nice. It's gotta be a good feeling to be that far ahead and have a game in hand at the same time. What are you doing, Jamie? Shouldn't you be commentating after? Wait, so you were using no assist, but it was the American that crashed at Daytona? Actually, that would make sense, Woma, because wouldn't that be their closest competitor? Man City is second, right? Or is it Leicester at second? I haven't seen the tables in a while. I just know Liverpool has been running away with it. Looks like we have an Alpha up front. Is that Langfeld? Yeah, what is the record for points in a season? Alright, so Langfeld said this is not his favorite track. But usually when somebody says that in the chat, they usually do well. So let's see what happens on his qualifying lap. Hello, David. Welcome. Have a Chris Alien fan in the chat. Lap looking good from Langfell so far. Granted, the first sector is pretty much a straight line. And open up the DRS as we head through the tunnel of trees. And into Ascari, which caught so many people out in the F6 race on Thursday night. It's like driving on ice through there on this game. Either that or I had a crappy setup. Oh, Jack Tyler was first. I never saw a car in front of him. Oh well. Langfell with 20.9 but invalid. Jack 20.3, Lars 21.2. Lars is the points leader. Blue Mosquito doing some lawn work out there. Lordy with a 20.3. Chris on the lap now. Coming up on a little bit of traffic in front of him. White Shadows, 19.7. Lordy gets out of the way. There you go. Switch cameras right back to inside the cockpit with him. 24-hour race for charity, huh? Oh man, Silverson's gotta suck on iRacing though. Doing that many laps, so many twists and turns. Uh-oh, Grumpy. Actually, you know what? I bet you Grumpy don't even care about that. He'd rather start last at Monza. Chris lifted before the line. Jake Carty, 19.5. From 20 flat, but invalid, I assume. No surprise there for Frome. Because last week was the first time in PSGL history he passed somebody on penalties. Usually it's the other way around. The people point and laugh. Oh, he pulled into the pit. See Pythons. Mr. Ironman. Did the 24 Hours of Daytona with another former PSGL member as his teammate and two other guys. That's gonna be an L. Chris on in lap. Everybody, well, he's in the pits now. Everybody's in the pits. Pythons. Gotta pick 'cause he has no fuel. Alright, so Langfell is the first one up, maybe? Yeah, we'll go to Langfell. Ah. I got you, Grumps, I got you. Although, it's probably not a bad thing starting last at Monza. You get to watch everybody go into turn 1, so. It has its benefits. Because last time we were at F4, we had a 9-car pileup on a restart, and Betrayer, who was in 16th or whatever, came up to be 10th after the incident. Oh yeah, you did all your stints in a row. That's right. When I woke up for work, you were in the car, and you guys were on lap 408 at that point. And then I had to walk to work in the snowstorm, so I didn't get to watch while I was walking because I didn't want to get my phone wet. I wonder if it's going to be a wet race, because there's a lot of people on softs already. Usually people will do a couple medium runs. 5+ grid penalty for TB for hitting Frome. Frome looks like he has wing damage. On board with Mike here. So Jay Curry currently on pole with 19.5, as he's looking to get back his points lead from Lars, who won last week and took a 2-point lead over him. Hello, Adam. Mike, third fastest with a 19.8. Very nice lap, Mike. Go slap some fresh tires on and come out and beat that. I'll go on board with Jack here as he's about to start a lap, perhaps. Oh, he gotta stop driving like a grandma first to start his lap. Ah, gotcha. It's so easy to lose a rear at this track in this game if your setup is not spot on. On Thursday, I had to lift through a scurry every time. When I pit on lap 19 for my softs, I did the out lap, and then I went for fastest lap on the next lap, but I was purple in the first 2 sectors, and because I lived through a scurry and almost spun, I didn't get fastest lap. Jack, the track's over here, buddy. Let's... Oh, White Shadows is retired after he went third. Oh my god. There's cars everywhere over here. And Pleasing Ball coming through. Looking to set his first valid time of the session. 19.3. That's good enough for pole. He had pole last week in his debut and then became a human pinball in the race. Froman's back out there, who got his full wings on now. From through Ascari now. Very smooth. To the line, Frome. 6th fastest at a 19.7. Barely faster than Lordy. Langfell's on a lap. Currently about a 10th up. Hey, to Jonas. How you doing tonight, sir? I heard you did well again last night here. I always read all the chats on the Discord when I'm walking to work. I saw that you were battling for lead at the end. Langfell 6th fastest. As Pythons comes out for his outlap. On board Lars, the new points leader after last week. About a 10th up on his time now. So please them both still on pole with a 19.3, but Chris has gotten pretty close to him with just about 3/4 of a 10th under him. 3 minutes left in the session. People will be coming out within the next 40 seconds to start their final run. Lars to the line will go 19.5. That's good enough for 3rd. And that should be the end of Lars' session since there's not enough time. A lot of people liking to cut that turn 1. I know when stock cars drive here, they actually don't use the chicane. They just go straight on for turn 1 as part of the track layout. Mike's on. Come more Pythons. Exactly. It's funny when stock cars drive here, turn 1 is actually this bend here, which is not even a turn, really. And they cut out turn 1 and 2 there for the chicane, and they still do slower laps. Yep, that's my plan every week, Dale. On Thursday, I literally coasted down the front stretch, and I just watched as wings and styrofoam barriers were flying back at me. Somebody got tagged in the tire and went into the wall. And everybody took avoiding action and blew up all the braking markers and shit. That's a little wide there from Pythons. That might be, yeah, that's his, the end of his quali. Typhoon just started a lap. 1 minute remaining in the session. Oh, that pollen flying around. Chris Haley with a 19.1. I have a feeling Pleasant Bull's going to hit a 18.7, 18.8, something like that on his lap. That is true. There is no slipstream from P1. which you need at Monza. Typhoon, no. No improvement. Oh, Pleasable will be starting second, unless somebody else improves. TB to the line, 19.4, that's good enough for third. On board with Froome. Yeah, I was going to ask what a good time is for this division. Actually, I meant to ask you the other day, because Dre was practicing on the wheel, and he wanted to know where, or what division 19.7 at Monza would put him. And it looks like we put him midfield here. Because he wants to make a switch to wheel for next season, possibly. And Froome cutting corners like he always does. That crazy old man. Langfeld to the line, 19.5 as he'll go sixth. And once Froome and Chris retire, that's the end of qualifying. Yes, it could be a Haas thing. Pole, podium, or DNF. Hey, we're in the garage with Froome. Quick, everybody steal his secrets. So at the end of qualifying for F4 Monza, we have Chris Alion on pole with a 19.1. Pleasenbowl in second, TB in third, but he has a 5-place grip penalty, so he will start 8th. Lars in 4th, Jake Hardy in 5th, Langfeld in 6th, White Shadows in 7th, Froome in 8th, Lordy in 9th, Jack rounding out the top 10 by 6 thousandths. Josh, Mike, Blue Mosquito, Python, Simo, Typhoon will all start on fresh tires. Grumpy didn't set a time, but using his experience, he's strategically starting last. All right, dry race. Woohoo! I don't have to go to work early tonight. We get a dry race. Go figure. Had to go to work early last night with the snowstorm rolling through. Normal time tonight. Everybody outside this top set should be starting on mediums. The hards are pretty useless here unless you get in a lap 1 incident. Take forever to heat up, as I was told. And formation lap on their way. And Langfeld starting 5th. Can he redeem himself from last week where he crossed the line first and finished 4th? Although Monza's not really a big penalty track, but I can see quite a few penalties being picked up tonight with such high speeds. Cause you want to be pushing and you just cut a corner here, cut a corner there, then all of a sudden you got a penalty. Especially if you're really aggressive in a scar, you get a warning or two. That guy all the way over on the sides are waving the green flag like the drivers could see him. What's that, please? Almost did a wall in the formation lap by himself. So I think Lars is actually in the best position for turn 1, because first and second don't really have any slipstream, so Lars would be getting double slipstream going into turn 1. Five red lights. And away we go for Monza. And there it is, Lars roaring down the outside. Looks pretty clean through there early on. TB around the outside of John. Oh, no. Oh, Jesus. There they go. There goes Fromm taking a look around the outside. And Fromm into 7th. Chris will lead the first lap. And as usual, when Jack has an incident early on, he just retires from the race. So he quit league racing for school and he's come back just to DNF twice. That's not the camera angle he wants. And Please and Bowl taking somebody out 2 weeks in a row now. That's a great debut. Going for a move where no one should be passing anybody. That's classic. Lars for the fastest lap on lap 2. Florey's got the best view of this battle between Josh and Fromm. Although I think he's probably crapping his pants right now with Josh side by side with somebody. Typhoon around the outside. Did Python just hit that wall? Lars must have had a moment through his car because he's lost a full second this though. Nice exit from Lordy here as he'll take all the slipstream he can get off of Frome. And he'll pull out and try to reach Josh's slipstream around the outside of Frome. And Frome will keep the position for now. Last time we were at Monza, Josh actually hit the wall under the safety car and ruined his race. And he was on for a podium in that one. Mike with the fastest lap, 22.7. Jeez, they're doing 22.7s already. I think the fastest lap in F6 was 22.7. Or 22.5, something like that. Yeah, Chris up to a 1.4 second lead as they're about to start lap 4. Oh, Mike got caught up in an incident on the first lap. Somebody spun and I think he got wing damage. He had to pit for a new wing. Let's see what Frome could do with the DRS down the long front stretch here at Monza. I just realized I never put any of these things on. My bad, guys. My bad. Gonna have a battle for a second here. Last week at Hungary, these two were battling, and the new guy bullied Lars several times. He's already bullied Langfeld in this race, so I don't see why he wouldn't bully Lars. And Frome appears to have gotten by Josh for the moment. Lordy's gotten by Josh as well. Lars wisely lets him by. Don't need to be risking wing damage today. The other guy has the DRS. That's great. Yellow in Sector 1, Blue Mosquito. That had to be a lag, because that car was literally 90 degrees. Actually, I don't remember the last time I saw Blue Mosquito get a penalty. A nice battle here from 6th all the way back to 11th. Chris Alien has lagged out, and with new PSGL rules, you're not allowed to return to the session. Mike is out of the race. So just like that, the two people Adam in the chat was rooting for are out of the race. Josh, collision with pythons. And Pythons misses the braking point there and gives Grumpy a little bump draft. I know he just did the 24 hours of Daytona, but there's no bump drafting in F1. Typhoon speeding in the pits, Langfeld speeding in the pits. White shells, 5-second penalty for corner cutting. Well, I guess I wasn't kidding when I said there was going to be a lot of penalties in this race. TB speeding into the pit lanes. Lordy with a big run out for him. I don't know how the ghosting thing works, but Lordy getting slipstream off the ghosted car maybe too? Because that would have been a big bonus there, because he had the slipstream off of Chrome and then the ghost car. Lordy into third. Lars went to the hards. The mediums would make it to the end, Lars. Oh, Lordy looks like he had a moment through there, but that's not a passing zone, so from Boisley backs out. This is a passing zone, though, and that's a big run. It looks like Lordy just lets him go. Josh has retired from the session. I think Josh retired because they gave him the wrong tires. Mediums easily make it to the end from here, so I think the guys that put hards on, the game glitched up and gave them the wrong tires. And from Lordy into the pits. That's about right. 8 or 9 laps on the softs, 18 or 19 on the mediums. Chris, who's not even in the session, somehow stole third. Blue Mosquito and Simo fighting for current fourth. Ooh, Simo going through the gravel just a bit there. Putting up a little smoke screen so Blue Mosquito can't see him. Jake Hardy into the pits. Let's see where Jake Hardy comes out relative to Lars, since that is the battle for the points lead. And Lars will get him. And, whoa, TB gets them both. I didn't realize he was that close. I wasn't paying attention to the ticker. Nice move by TB. Lars also on hard, so he's going to struggle. Yeah, that's it, Chris. With how the game's broken, there was a statement made about 3 or 4 weeks ago, or longer than that. It was before the Christmas break. We're not allowed to rejoin back anymore because the game doesn't register penalties for corner cuts after. So, unfortunate. Big C didn't want to do it, but the game's broken and can't have people having an advantage over everybody else. So, I know you're doing so well too. I mean, your car is still fourth. He can't get back in because there's a glitch in the game. It doesn't register penalties when you rejoin. Look at these dive bombs. Crazy dive bombs, I tell you, on the ghost car. This is the battle for the championship lead. Lars is 2 points ahead of Jake Hardy currently. And odds are is Jake Hardy will get this position eventually because Lars is on the hards. And if he does, they will be tied in points. You know, if Codemasters actually makes a game that's not half-ass broken, maybe we'll get a actual racing season in PSGL that's fun where everybody stays. 2017 was the glitch with the slipstream when somebody left. And then 2018 was all the desync bullshit. And this game now, you know, you could leave the session and come back and then cut every corner and not get a penalty. So Jake Hardy will get by Lars, and that will put them even atop the point standings. With Lars still as the points leader, I believe, because Lars has 2 wins. Jake Hardy has a lot of second places, but no wins yet. And if I'm not mistaken, Lars is the only 2-time winner this season, so we've had 7 winners in 8 races. With the magic of fresh tires, he just drives around the outside of Parabolica. Even with DRS, Blue has no answer for him. Yellow in sector 2. Is that pythons? Oh, pythons. Don't drive like zebra. TB with a run on Simo. Oh, slow it down. TB into third. Around the outside of Blue Mosquito. Oh, and Jay Cardi around the outside of Simo. As we get a double overtake there. Not a double overtake, but two overtakes by two different cars. Jay Cardi to the inside of Blue Mosquito. Into third he goes. Blue Mosquito in. Slap on some fresh softs and on to the end he goes. Now wait, shadows will get by Grumpy. Pythons again? Damn it, pythons. Alright, we'll just keep this thing on pythons. TB just let Jay Cardi go. That was nice of him. Whenever I'm in a race, it's usually the Racing Point that's pulling over for somebody. Alright, so Jay Cardi's got 10 laps and 1 sector to catch 6.5 seconds. And Grumpy will be in the pits pretty soon for his last set of softs. It, I think the problem is Python's drove so long with no assist for the 24 hours of Daytona that he forgot how to drive with assist. TB catching J Cardi a little bit there. And J Cardi's seeing that gap widen to the leader. And Lordy will get by Lars. Lordy up in the fourth. Can he catch the podium? Oh. That one's on Lars. Lars stuck his nose in there. There's no room. Nothing wrong with Lordy's defending on that one. Oh yeah, everything's supposed to be more realistic, isn't it? Here comes Froome. On the inside of Lodi, that's gonna have the move done before the corner. Such strong slipstream on that front stretch there. You pretty much just sit and duck if somebody's behind you. And I'm sure the next time through Lordy will have the good run. And also on iRacing, you have doubled the frames, or frame rate, because it's on PC. We'll stay on board here with Lordy. We'll see if he could take advantage. Alright. Lordy didn't cut anything there and he got a penalty. This game's stupid. But let's see if he could put a power move on Froome here down the front stretch. He's not using any of his battery. So it looks like he's content for being behind Froome for now. Take a look at Blue Mosquito and Simo here. Battle for 9th. Simo's just gonna let him go, it looks like. Really no point in defending when you got such a powerful run behind you. Grumpy fastest lap of the race, 21.8. Why is Grumpy's fastest lap of the race faster than my time trial time? Damn you, Grumpy. And Langfeld, after his early spin, is battling Lars for 6th right now. Oh, to be fair, they both spun in the same spot. at one point in this race. Look at all that battery saved up for Langfeld. Not saving it anymore. Here he comes. Langfeld to the outside. And Lars pushes him over the curb, it looks like. And then he has to give the spot back because technically he passed the guy off the track. Gotta love this game. You get forced off the track, then you have to give the position back. Pythons is retired. So literally this season it has been podium or DNF for Pythons. That's okay. We'll still get to interview him after the race. And Langfeld will get the move done. Into 60 goes. And they're a boatload of track behind Lordy, though. White Shadows. Try that again. White Shadows is next in the line to take a spot from Lars. Where the hell is my bottle of water? It's been cold outside lately, so they turn the heat on, or turn heat up downstairs, and my bedroom's in the attic, so I get smoked out up here. So White Shadows into 7th. So Lars going to the hard tires and then having to spin trying to pass Lordy has really compounded his race into crap. Because as it stands right now, Jay Carty would gain 9 points on him. And if Langfeld reports his incident with Pleasanbull, there could be a potential penalty coming in for Pleasanbull. Oh my god, Langfeld over the curb into the side pod of White Shadows. So we'll have to wait on a Stewart's decision if it gets reported to see if he'll keep his win. Oh, Lars with a big run here. And he should be able to get this move down into turn 1. And it looks like he will. Lars back into 7th. Let me just pull up the F4 standings here, so I know what I'm talking about in podium interviews. Because yes, we will get podium interviews tonight, since I don't have to go to work 2.5 hours early tonight. If they were to finish where they are currently, Jake Carty will get his 4th second place finish of the season. Blue Mosquito's catching Langfeld now too. Langfeld's got to have damage. Yeah, he's missing the left end plates. Because he hopped that curb and went straight into the side pod. About a lap and a half-ish to go here at Monza. And Froome is catching 3rd. But I'm pretty sure if he stays behind TB, Froome can actually pass somebody 2 weeks in a row on penalties. Because I've seen TB's name pop up at least 3 times. Oh, Froome's going to have a run around the outside going into Ascari. Simo into 9th, Langfeld to 10th. If Langfeld could just hold on for one more lap, he'll get a point. Final lap has started. Froome around the outside in turn 1. And TB defends it. I think Froome knows. He was just going to see if he could get it, but he knows that TB's got penalties. Yellow flag. Oh, it's not Pythons this time because he's not in the race anymore. Froome's gonna have a run here. Oh, to the inside this time. And out to the outside. Pleasantville wins the race. Jake Carty will finish 2nd. Pretty sure Froome will finish 3rd on penalties here, but this is going to be a drag race to the line. And Froome will get 3rd. TP finishes 14 seconds behind Froome. That means Lordy will get 4th, yep. Nice run from Lordy. That was funny. Everybody's having all these 5-second unserved penalties. Langfeld will manage to get a point. The last time I did podium interviews, Jake Hardy and Froome were on the podium, 2nd and 3rd at rate. Or no, Froome won, and Jake Hardy was 2nd. And Grumpy across the line. Well, finished 12th. Not the race he was hoping for, but he finished this week. And on to Pro Clubs he will go. There's your podium. Toro on the top step. If I'm not mistaken, Toro won the FP race as well, so very popular car to win Monza. Pleasable, Jake Hardy, and who was the other one there? Blue Mosquito, all with no penalties. Pleasing Ball with the win. Jay Carty second, From third, Lordy fourth, TB in fifth, White Shells in sixth, Blue Mosquito seventh, Simon eighth, Larson ninth, Langfeld in 10th, Typhoon in 11th, Grumpy in 12th are your finishers. Unfortunate for Chris, who dominated the early part of the race, lagged out, so he couldn't return. Could have easily had a podium, if not the win. Pythons just couldn't get back used to the F1 game tonight after his 24 hours of iRacing. And Josh, Mike, and Jack quitting on the first lap. Alright, so we'll get podium interviews, and Pythons will be invited as well. If he accepts the invite. I told him he better. Alright, so from Jake Carty is labeled offline, or they never accept my friend request. Damn you, Jake Carty. Jake Carty 23. Okay. That's why I can't fight Pythons. He has an X in front of his name. Come on. Mr. From.
Elders?
Hello.
Is it?
Yeah, it's on. Just make sure your voice is able to be shared so the stream can
Yeah,
hear
it
you.
is.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm no noob.
Well, you know, it's either DNF or a podium, and every time you get a podium, I always have to go to work early, so, yeah.
That ain't my problem.
Well, we'll start with From. Jake Carty sometimes shows up to the interviews, sometimes he doesn't, so third place for From tonight, and that is his fourth podium of the season. How do you feel about your race tonight?
Devastated. Yeah, pretty annoying because I had to change my wing in my pit stop, so probably should have had P2 or I don't know how far that new guy were up front, but I might have been able to battle him a bit because I lost loads of time in the first stint, so I don't know what happened really. It was just on lap 1 or 2, I think a couple of cars went sideways in the second chicane and I ran into them, so yeah, we're alright. It was a good recovery drive, but yeah, like I say, I must have lost 5 seconds changing my wing and another at least 5, you know, just losing time in first stint, so
Yeah.
I need to sort my qualifying out really, so I don't start in mid-pack, but that's been a struggle all season really. But yeah, other than that, pretty fun. I had a good battle with Lordy.
Well, there might be a possible penalty coming to the race winner because he kind of bodied somebody trying to pass him in a chicane. So if it gets reported, he might get a penalty.
I might get a corrupt P2 coming my way. He'll definitely be getting there's no maybe about it. Let's be honest.
Corrupt coming from you though.
Well, I can see in the Discord, Jay Carty's asking for doing interviews. I invited him.
I'll tell him. I've told him.
Maybe he has his notifications up. Alright. the guy at once says he's tired. I bet
He
you
doesn't know what. He doesn't know what tired is. I know what tired is.
Hey, you guys don't know what tired is. Try playing games 24 hours straight. Yeah, that's tired.
I was up for 33 hours straight. Wasn't playing games, but I was up for 33 hours.
Alright, well, anyway,
I'd have died.
we'll move on to Pythons, who unfortunately DNF tonight, but keeps up his string of podium or DNF.
Yeah, I'm keeping. Yeah. Oh, here's Mr. Local Lad himself.
Oh, actually, we'll move on to Jay Carty. We'll come back to you at the end, since it's not PSGL related. So, Jay Carty, welcome. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. That is your second place of the season and 7th podium overall, and you regained the points lead as Lars finished 7th or 6th, I believe. How does it feel to get the points lead again this late in the season?
It's always nice to have the lead, but it doesn't really matter if you have it now or at the start. It matters really at the end, doesn't it?
That's true. But, gives you something to keep fighting for, to keep extending.
Yeah. Keep pushing to the end.
How did you feel about your race today?
It was decent. I got a good launch off the start, but then I got pinched into the inside going to turn 1 then. And I pushed a little bit on the outside at turn 1 or turn 2, and then I was just trying to keep it consistent and letting the people around me crash and have incidents.
Yeah, that's the PSGL way. Eventually people will take themselves out.
No names come to mind, like.
Yeah, like that guy that brought the yellow flag 7 times today. So next week is Austria. Is good track or bad track for you?
It's decent enough, but yeah, it'll probably be another slipstream train.
Austria's better than Monza, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To drive on, personally.
Yeah. No,
Right.
so many chicanes.
Yeah, just dive bomb every corner.
Alright, well, congratulations again, and we will move on to Pythons now. Who, over the past 2 days, competed in the 24 Hours of Daytona on iRacing with his teammates, with Zebra.
Yes, I did.
As you guys may remember from GT Sport. And he had a guy named Lars and another American on his team. I believe his name was Mark?
Ryan.
Ryan, there you go. I knew it was 4 letters.
Ryan.
They finished 30th, and they completed 737 laps in 24 hours. So, what I wanted to tell you in the interview here is I was proud of you guys and impressed that some of you have never raced on that track before, and you did so well. I'm going to donate 10 cents for every lap you guys completed to a charity. And because $73.70 is a stupid number, I will round it up to $75. So,
No, thank you.
You guys talk to each other, come up with a charity, and send me a link, and I'll donate to it on Wednesday when I get paid.
Oh, thank you then. I'll let the guys know.
Can I be the charity? Is that okay?
Fromm's calendar charity.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, the 24 hours was some experience, like.
Oh yeah. Plus, I know Lars from your team there had never done Daytona road course, so for him starting it off and doing so well at the beginning to get you guys on track for the rest of the race was really impressive.
Well, that's the thing. I never done the course, the track before, and I never used no assist because I was practicing on Friday night with my assists and that I was using. Then when the race started, I went on. I was like, "Yeah, it's blocked all assists." So I had to go on like an hour before I started to learn the track with no assists. I was like, "Oh me."
Well, you guys all did well, except for Zebra. I'm mad at Zebra. He damaged your car.
Yeah, we won't speak about that.
Imagine an American crashing at Daytona of the whole team.
Yeah, shocking.
But anyway, congratulations to you guys and well done.
Thank you.
And
yeah, I'll let the guys know.
Alright. Yeah, just tell them to watch the last 5 minutes of the stream and yeah. That'll be it for PSGL F4 this week from Monza. We will be back again next week for Austria. Another short little trek. Should be a quick race unless it rains, which it probably will since I work early next Sunday. And yeah, everyone take care and stay safe, and see you next Sunday.